Good morning. Today we're here at Meijer. We're going to go and check out some of the sales prices for the week. Some of the things you guys have asked about and check the shelves. Jessica has a meal planned for tonight. It's a chicken pot pie bake. Should be pretty interesting. We're going to go get some of the ingredients that we're going to need and then go back home here in a little bit. And we're going to do this together. This is our first time making this. Looks really good though. It should be fun. Let's get to it. Okay, so as soon as we come into Meijer here, I grabbed an ad because they have brought the buy 5 and save 5 deal back. Now this is not like Kroger. This is not 5 or more. You do have to buy multiples of 5 to get the deal, but it does look like they got some pretty good items on here. Look at this soda pop here. When you don't have to buy 5 of the same thing, it just has to be participating products. But it brings these down to $3.99. Sale price of $4.99, which is unbelievable, really. That's a great deal on pop. Some deals on chips there. Some yogurt. $2.99 for 4-pack of Japani is pretty good. We've been seeing a lot of those for $5. Yeah, looks like they got some good deals here. Ooh, Raisin Bran. $1.99. Looks like apples have been getting hit pretty hard here at Meijer. All your regulars, Gala apples, Granny Smith, Fuji, Pink Lady, and Golden Delicious are $1.79 a pound now. $1.79 a pound, that's crazy. They do have some organic grapes here. At least that's what they have on here for $1.99 a pound. It looks like the red seedless and the green, and they've got a 6-ounce pack of blueberries, the nature ripe ones here for $1.99. It's not bad. One funny thing is that the blueberry prices for the regular price are actually more than the raspberries now. Raspberry regular price have gone down to $3.15, $3.35 for a regular price of blueberries. These are on sale this week though, $1.99, and the raspberries are on sale this week, $1.99. Big difference between here and Kroger now. 1 pound of strawberries here is $2.99 still, $3.49 at Kroger. The 2 pounds, which they don't even have here right now, are $5.49 usually, but they don't have any, which is much better than Kroger. Kroger's is 2 pounds now for $6.98, which is crazy. So maybe they're just not selling the Honeycrisp apples because they have these on sale for $1.49 a pound. Normally $2.79 a pound. These are cheaper than any of the other ones. How cool is that? Does look like the halos went up dramatically in price here. $9.99 for a 5-pound bag. $10 for 5 pounds of halos. Oh, I don't know. One thing I just noticed in the middle of one of these aisles here, looks like Meijer has gotten in a big shipment of ball mason jars, and they are on sale. They have the regular pint here for $11.99, a quart for $13.99, wide mouth $13.99, and the wide mouth quart for $14.99. Not too bad on these. Good to see a little bit of a sale. So unfortunately, we are out of our Campbell's Cream of Chicken. We used the last couple cans a little while ago. The Meijers is just as good. I will say these did go up though. These were 79 cents. Now they're $1.05. So I don't know. And they were 68 cents a little over a month ago. I hope they got it here. Oh yeah, there we go. Cream of chicken here. And this recipe calls for 2 cans of cream of chicken. Next ingredient we will need is the Pillsbury Grands Flaky Layers. Get 8 biscuits here. It's $2.85 here at Meijer, $3.29 at Kroger. Now, we've used Meijer's before in different things. I've used them in chicken and dumplings. Not really a big fan. I do like Pillsbury. I like the Bakehouse ones from Aldi. They're $1.48 a can too, which makes them really cheap. But this is probably our next favorite. Unless you make them yourself. I'll have to ask Jess that one. It calls for these, the Pillsbury Flaky Layers. So I assume you can make your own, but we're going with this one. Okay, so I noticed that the Kraft is actually on sale here on the buy 5 and save $5. $1.99 a bag when you take part in that. I am going to make that worth it for us today. Regular price $3.49. Now, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if this is part of the recipe or not, but she put on my list to get a sharp cheddar bag of cheese. So we'll just have to ask her when we get back. But this is on the list. Happy wife, happy life. Next on the list of the way we do it here, or the way she's making it, is we need sweet corn. Any kind of corn, I guess. This is the one for 89 cents. We're just going with the cheap one. And we need a bag. Did I say can? I meant bag. Let's see. We need a bag of frozen peas. So we'll get that here. Frozen peas, frozen corn. 89 cents a bag. And these are 12 ounces. 12 ounces. Okay, so far on the list, everything on the list here is the bag of peas, corn, and the recipe that she has calls for a bag of carrots also. We're not using the carrots. Jessica doesn't like cooked carrots. She likes cold carrots, but she don't like cooked ones. And we got 2 cans of the cream of chicken soup, and the 1 can of the original flaky layers of the Pillsbury Grands, and the pack of sharp cheddar cheese. And that's it as far as what I need to get. Now, what we do have at home is the chicken already. We have a bunch of Members Mark chicken, but we're going to go check out some of the chicken prices here to see what they are here at Meijer. Okay, well, ironically, Meijers has their chicken breast on sale, $2.79 a pound, which I think it's been right about $3.28 a pound regular price. And that is up. It keeps going up. But, yeah, so this would be the best deal, because if you buy a smaller portion, because to give you an idea, I saw what she took out of the freezer. It's about 2 of these, like about that size. But again, if you buy a smaller pack, you're going to pay a lot more for it. You know, it's better to buy the family packs these days and just freeze the rest. That's what we do. But she took out about 2 of them this size. They may actually be a tiny bit bigger. Members Mark chicken breasts are pretty huge. But yeah, about 2 of those there. And she'll know more than I do. Once we get back home, we'll go over it all. Wanted to point out real quick, great deal on the all-natural pork St. Louis ribs here. Regular price $3.99 a pound. 99 cents a pound this week. They only have 2 of them, though. So they must, yeah, they've been selling these like hotcakes. That's a great deal. 99 cents a pound. That's the best deal I've seen on these in a long time. They also have these chuck eye roasts on sale this week at Meijer. $3.99 a pound. $3.99 a pound. That's the best deal we've seen on roast in a while. And their certified Angus beef ground chuck, $3.99 a pound, down from $5.99 a pound. That's awesome. That's a good deal. So every week they're getting in more and more turkeys. Just wanted to point this out. We have had so many comments on turkeys, and I noticed that they have cleared out all this other stuff. So they must be getting ready to put some more turkeys or hams or something in here. But I'm sure these prices are still pretty crazy. Yeah, $63.57, $2.49 a pound. This is a 25-pound turkey. 60, yeah, that's way too much. So hopefully they start dropping these prices here soon and bring in some other ones that are a little cheaper. Been a lot of talk of butter on the channel lately. I gotta say, Meijers is keeping theirs fairly cheap compared to a lot of other places. They also have the 4-packs on sale this week. $3.89. $3.89 for the salted and unsalted. We like their butter. It's pretty good. The price is pretty good too compared to what it is everywhere else. $4.99 for the Kroger brand. So milk is surprisingly holding steady here at $2.29. We are noticing that they're pulling some Kroger tricks right here, though. Low prices. Every time we see something that says low price, a week later it goes up. So we'll have to remember that it's $2.29 this week. I did just notice, though, that the eggs, the regular grade A large eggs, went to $3.29. These were $2.19 last week, and that was up from $2.09. But eggs here have just skyrocketed in price. Even though we talked about it for a second, I did want to show that they do have the Chobani on sale. We have a lot of Chobani lovers on the channel here. It is part of the buy 5, save 5 deal. Regular price of this is $4.99 now. $4.99 for a 4-pack of Chobani on sale. Buy 5, save 5, come down to $2.99. I mean, you could buy up 5 of these, you know? I mean, that's a pretty good deal. I haven't seen these for $2.99 in a long time. Okay, so I am back from Meijer. Jess is trying this chicken pot pie bake. Let's give it a whirl.
So this recipe calls for cooked chicken already. I don't have any cooked chicken, so I'm cooking chicken right now. I feel like you probably could use this with a rotisserie chicken. If you wanted to do it way faster, you could just pull the chicken apart.
You mean like one that you get at like Sam's Club?
Yeah, like one of the like $5 chickens or whatever that you could already get made. So I have to cook the chicken first before I can do anything else because it has to be already cooked, I guess, because it doesn't cook long enough in the oven to cook the chicken.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I was saying it would be a good meal for like leftover chicken if you had chicken the day before or if something. So I'm just getting our chicken ready first and then we'll get on with it.
Okay, so the recipe that Jess has is a little vague.
It's very vague.
It says 3 cups of cooked chicken. It doesn't say whether to shred it or not. But
it's a pot pie. How does chicken usually in a pot pie?
I mean, it's usually...
Is it shredded or chunks?
No, it's usually
I feel like
shredded.
you could do it however you want it. I shredded it. We'll see what it's like. If it next time, maybe I'll put it in chunks. But I feel like having it shred that way.
We're all learning together.
Over.
So I have a question. I'm curious. So you said that it calls for like a... Did they say anything about getting like a rotisserie chicken, or was that
like
your
it's
idea?
Literally, that was just my idea because it says cooked chicken. So I just figure if you don't have chicken already made, that you could just use that and just tear it up into pieces.
Right.
But I mean, this didn't take too long really to cook.
Yeah, this will work. So basically,
chicken,
we had the 2 Members Mark chickens, like I said earlier in the video. So you can do 2 chicken breasts. She just cooked it up on the stove here, and she's shredding it apart.
I shredded it. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's probably your preference if you prefer it shredded or if you prefer it like cut into like chunks.
Yeah.
I guess it just depends on how you like it. I don't know. I've never made this before, so I'm just kind of going with the flow.
Right. I think it looks great. Okay, so you mix all the ingredients into this bowl.
Basically,
we're learning this as we go.
Mix the ingredients in a bowl. I'm sure that the chicken probably isn't normally like piping hot because I literally just cooked mine, but it doesn't matter. It's going back in the oven anyway. So
also, let me note here that I did not mention earlier. It calls for 1 bag of mixed vegetables. So we're gonna have to kind of like eye this out of how we do this. But if you want to try this, you know, you can add just 1 bag of mixed vegetables.
You could probably add whatever you like.
Whatever you like. Yeah.
Like I don't like frozen carrots. Well, I don't like cooked carrots.
I told him. Yeah.
Oh, so.
Jess loves cold carrots, but not cooked.
Just shred this up a little bit more. What was in here? Are they easier too?
So you want the chicken cooked before you put it in the oven.
Yeah.
Definitely want it cooked all the way through. And yeah, if you're wanting a quick, like, hey, let's make some something with our leftovers, I think that's what Jess was meaning by doing the rotisserie and all that. I think that would be a great idea. Do you need any help?
I don't think so, but we'll see. So you need 2 cans of cream of chicken. So I'm just pouring this one in, and then I'll pour the other one in.
Mm-hmm.
Can number 2. This is gonna make a ton again. So it is probably good for like a big family or to have leftovers for the next day.
Yeah. So what do you think we should do here? Should we just add like half a bag of each or save the rest?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I mean, we could always add this in. I might do like vegetable soup or something later in the week. We can always add that in. It will not get wasted in our home, that is for sure.
Now 2 cups of shredded cheese.
Oh, so you do add cheese into it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I guess you're just basically mixing it all together at first.
Yeah.
And then putting it in your pan. So I'll probably just do like half or like 3/4 of these bags. Because it says a total of 3 cups of vegetables.
Then I would do like half of each bag.
I'll probably do.
Because that way, if you do half and half, then it's a whole bag. You know what I'm saying?
That might have been a little more.
That's alright.
Oopsie.
I love corn. And peas. That does look like a ton of corn there.
It's okay. I'll probably not put
Layer it on.
these.
A little more.
Okay.
Because you gotta remember, you're gonna be spreading it out pretty big. So, oh, look at that! It's a little golf ball of peas.
There we go. Now just mix it all together.
Wow, that's crazy looking. It's crazy not seeing carrots in it.
I know. You got the cheese instead.
Yeah, that's kind of strange. You wouldn't think cheese.
I don't know. That's what it says. I'm just doing what it says.
Yeah.
If it's good, awesome. If not, awesome.
Also, check out this tomato right here. That's a good looking one. This is one that we got from Metamora. Nice bright red. Got it from this Amish guy. I got like 6 of them for $3. Pretty good. Anyway, back to business.
Now, you spread it in your bowl, in your pan. I already just greased this with some like vegetable spray.
Okay. Pam.
Yeah, Pam or whatever you have. Just pour it all in here. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's going to be very juicy.
It'll be
See
fine.
what happens. Always leery.
It is kind of fun sharing this with you guys, though. Like, we've never made this before, so we're not really sure how it's going to turn out, but I think that's kind of... It's all part of the adventure.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, so Jess took out the biscuits. She melted a little margarine.
Probably should have used regular butter, but I don't think we have it.
Yeah, that's all right.
So in the recipe, they cut the biscuits in quarters and then roll them in butter and then put them on the top. I imagine you could just put the whole biscuit on there if you want to. I guess it's just however you want to eat it. It's probably easier to cut if it's in pieces, like when you're serving it. Mm-hmm. So we just cut it. So I'm just going to dunk them.
I think it'll spread out better on the bake.
I think I'm just going to dunk a few at a time and then just pop them on the top.
So you do want to melt a little butter.
Yes.
I think that's good, though, to add.
I think it just gives,
it's always good to add
gives
a little
the
butter.
biscuit a little bit of flavor.
Well, and it'll crisp up on the top.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of rolling a few of them around and then just placing them on the tops of this.
Yeah. So she's just layering them on like this.
Yeah, and you probably...
Because if we'd have done each biscuit like we were originally going to do, I think there would have been a lot of space.
Yeah, it would have been extra space.
Yeah.
And these are the flaky biscuits, so they should expand
fluff out
and have like layers.
Right. I'll tell you what.
I don't know. It's a learning thing.
It is. It looks good.
It's kind of frustrating when you don't really know what it's going to turn out to be.
Yeah.
So you kind of just go with the flow.
Well, chicken, cheese, peas, corn, biscuits, buttered biscuits. I don't know. It sounds like a win. There you go. Just pack them in there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, pot pies usually are pretty... I just don't know, like, will they... I guess they'll still expand if they're pretty close together.
Yeah. No, they will.
Hope so.
Also, it'll help. I think the butter will help keep enough density to where it's not going to like fluff out over the pan.
We'll see.
I don't think it would do that anyway. I really don't know. Like I said in the beginning here, this is a new thing. Well, I gotta say, it looks pretty fancy.
So the oven is heated to 375, and it cooks for 25 minutes or until like the tops are golden browned and it's kind of bubbly. So. Yeah. I'm sure you could probably tell by just the way you look, because everything's pretty much cooked. We cooked the chicken.
Yeah, the chicken has to be cooked first.
You're just heating up the vegetables, really, and then cooking the biscuits.
Right. 375 for
25 minutes.
Okay. Sweet. Set the Mickey timer. Alrighty, the bell has rung. Ooh. Look at that.
Holy moly.
Do you gotta let it sit for a little while?
Well, I would imagine so. Do we need it, like, these don't look done on the bottom, though. Maybe?
Okay, so we have run into a little predicament here. The dough on the bottom of these isn't really cooked, so we're gonna have to flip them around.
Yeah, I'm just kind of flipping them
and
a little
then
bit.
kind of just cook it a little longer.
I'm not sure why it did that.
I don't know. Yeah, it does look kind of raw, though.
It's raw dough.
Don't want to eat raw dough. So, We'll flip it over. We're going to put it back in. It's been 25 minutes exactly. And then try and...
Yeah, I'll just flip them over and get these around a little bit and see what happens after that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's an extra step we weren't expecting.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if I did something wrong.
No.
Maybe I shouldn't have did the butter.
No, I don't think so. Okay, so total time on this has been 45 minutes. The initial 25 minutes didn't cook. Now, one thing we were talking about, and what I think maybe the issue is that when we look on the picture, she doesn't explain
So the recipe
anything.
is very vague, and she doesn't say what size pan to use, how deep it is, or any of
the
that.
The pan she used looks a lot longer
hers
and
looks
thinner.
Wider and thinner, and mine's pretty deep. So what I'm thinking is maybe I have too much filling like all at once, and that's why the dough didn't cook on the bottom, because it takes longer to heat it up because it's wider.
Yeah.
I mean, they did cook after you flip them. It's kind of annoying that you had to do that.
Yeah.
Next time I'd probably try to put it in a smaller pan, or maybe not use as much chicken or whatever that I did. But it was a trial recipe, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I
flipped them and they look good now. So.
I know you had mentioned something about maybe cooking the biscuits and adding them on top
just cook
after
all of
it's
your,
done.
Cook your casserole, like once you put it in the mixture. Cook that and get it warmed up to where you're heating up your corn and your peas and stuff. And then cook your biscuits separate and just cut them up and put them on top of it. And you could even pop it back in the oven for like a minute or two just so that it kind of melds in with everything.
Right, yeah.
But that way, at least your biscuits are cooked all the way. And you don't have to take it out, flip your biscuits. If you have a shallower pan, I don't know that you probably would have this issue. My mom is the one that originally made this recipe, and she sent it to me, but she did her own like tweaks on it, and she uses the full biscuits, and she said hers didn't do that, where it was all sticky on the like raw on the bottom.
Yeah.
So, and she also used a different kind of pan than I did too. So I am thinking that the pan has something to do with the way it cooks. So.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say,
it looks great.
This looks pretty awesome. Time to plate this bad boy. All right, the moment of truth.
We gotta scoop it out.
That is a lot of corn. Oh my goodness. That looks great.
I mean, it's obviously cooked all the way through. Everything's cooked.
And you know, one thing, just, you know, if you do it like how we did it here, which, you know, I would definitely stick a fork, make sure that the bottoms of these are
just
cooked.
flip your bottoms over.
Right, because you do not want to eat raw dough.
I don't even know what made me think to check that. I was just, because, like, the tops were all brown. Yeah. And I was like, I don't even know. It just kind of, like, was my sixth sense, I guess.
It looked great when it came out of the oven initially.
And I touched it, and I was like, maybe I should make sure the bottom is done all the way. But, I mean, it looks great.
Right.
So I'm sure it'll be really good.
Yeah. Looks good. I gotta say, looking at the layers here, though, it looks fantastic.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Like, it smells good.
It's funny, too, because it did get juicier, because I was worried that it wasn't juicier.
The cheese is what helps with that, yeah.
So,
melting the cheese, Okay, here's the look. Yeah, that's okay. Now we're put a little bit of salt on it. And again, this is something I would probably recommend not adding any salt or anything until you've cooked it completely. Jess just said she's nervous.
What if it tastes
What if
bad?
it's awful? I think...
I'm scared what I have to go first.
Go for it.
Okay, I got a little thing of everything.
We've been letting it cool for a second. Good?
It really does taste like a pot pie.
Really?
It's pretty crazy. I mean, I guess it should, but...
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
My turn. Okay, so I got a little bit of everything on here. Oh, I don't see a pea.
It's very, very hot.
Now I got it. It does smell exactly like a chicken pie.
It does. A huge old bite. It's good.
Whoa!
It's so good.
That is delicious.
Yeah. I mean, it really is like a deconstructed chicken pot pie. I mean, minus the carrots, because we don't like carrots, but if you like them, throw them in there. And I would say That could be another thing. Like, since we didn't really measure everything right, we didn't use the bag of ingredients. We probably put way too much stuff in it. But hey, it still tastes good. It's delicious.
It is awesome. That turned out to be a huge win. Huge
It's very
win.
good.
I think the biscuits don't taste overcooked.
No.
They taste perfect. There's a nice crispness to them
And they,
from the butter.
since we flipped them over, the tops that were a little bit crunchy kind of sogged up a little bit because they were in the juices.
Yeah.
So I guess it kind of worked out.
It did work out.
But it tastes really good.
Honestly, I would do it exactly like this.
I mean, it tastes great.
After about 25 minutes, just kind of flip the biscuits over.
Yeah, or just maybe use just slightly less ingredients than we did. I think I had way too much chicken, and I probably put way too much corn and peas in there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's one of those things where you just kind of, like, alter it to whatever you're doing or what your likings are. But it tastes great.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Big win. Jessica knows how to fix stuff when things start to fall apart.
Oopsie.
Oh, boy. I'll tell you what, it's very delicious. Well, we're going to eat. So at MEIJER today, they got the buy 5, save $5 deals. The pop is a great deal. They have a lot of other things. Check it out. If you missed anything, you can look on MEIJER's website. They have a whole list of over 1,500 items that are on the buy 5, save $5.
Whoa.
So, and again, you do have to do multiples of 5. But guys, thank you for joining us tonight in our adventure in baking a chicken pot pie bake. Jess, you did a great job.
Yeah, it's so good. You should try
It is delicious. Guys, thank you so much for watching today. With all that being said, we are out. And always remember, the adventure
is out there. Bye.